welcome to Polymer Clay TV, and today we're going to show you some really fun projects that you can make with the digital download of the month, which features the Birth of Venus picture and a whole bunch of butterflies and really pretty accent designs. So without further ado, Elisa, you're going to show them a little box top?
Yeah. First of all, this is the digital collage that Kira was referring to, and this is the Venus right here. And I actually chose to use that and a little one of these little butterflies in my box top. So let me just transfer down here so that you can see what I'm doing, and not make you dizzy while I do it. All right, so this is it's a metal tin. Let me first start out by saying this was a metal tin. It was just, I paid $1 for it, either at Michael's or Joann's or one of those, or maybe even at Walmart. So you can find them anywhere. They're very common. So you can see from the top, it's just a metal tin. So what I've done was I created this first sheet of clay by rolling a flat sheet out and cutting it with my cookie cutter that was the right size to the top of the box. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the technique of what I did to get these really cool raised stars. And then I cut out for the Venus size one, I cut it out with a different cookie cutter, the smaller one that gave me a little bit of a lip so that you could see the design around it, you know, without covering the entire design. So if you want to see how we do the transfers, you can check out the first show of the month. What we're going to do is add transfers on the, we'll show you the actual demo at the beginning of the month of how we transferred this. So you can then go back and just watch that video if you want to learn the exact transfer technique. Right now, I've already got it transferred. I'm just going to show you like the basics here. So let's get started with that. All right. One of the biggest tips is on a metal tin, it's very hard, and even on some different boxes and things like that, it's very hard to get your paint to stick. You know, it'll come out splotchy, or if you want to use ink or whatever, it's hard to get it to stick because it comes out splotchy and then doesn't give you true color. So there's a product on the market, and most painters will be aware of this. It's called gesso, and it's spelled G-E-S-S-O. And several different brands make it. This one's by Liquitex. You can get it by Golden. I think Michael's might even have their own brand now, or some of the different companies have their own brands, right?
Yeah, they do. There's gesso from almost any company.
Yeah, so it really doesn't matter. And it also comes in black gesso. And
yep.
You can also color it, too. So that's another tip. But that's
you can also get it clear. You can buy clear gesso.
That's true. You can buy it in clear. So this is what it looks like. And the idea behind this, it has like a tooth to it. So when you paint it on there, it's not completely smooth. It has like a tooth, which actually helps to grab a hold of the paint or the ink or whatever you're using and make it stick better. So let me just show you that real fast because, I can't tell you in the past how many tins I've done or started, and the paint didn't look right. Sorry, this is not the best example of a paint. Here, let me use a different color because that's really not coming out good. I'll just stick with this one. So what you would do is just paint right on top of the gesso, and you see what a nice bold color you get? It's not coming out splotchy, and you can add more than one layer of the gesso too. And the thing is with these inks, I'm using a pigment ink. It can be fired in my home oven, because you have to heat set the ink. So it works out perfect for polymer clay to use inks. So you can see how I'm getting a nice coverage with it. It's not all splotchy. And you can do several layers. I plan to sponge this afterwards with multiple colors that go with my lid. This is not actually the right color that I want to use, but just to show you, this is what I had handy. So you get the gist of that. Use your gesso. Paint a layer or two on. You have to let it dry in between layers, and then add your color. And you can just use regular acrylic paint. I'm just using ink for this particular demo. So let me show you the stars. So here I've rolled out a flat sheet of clay, and I didn't use my pasta machine because I didn't have it handy, so I just used an acrylic rod to roll that out. And so I rolled it flat, and you can do this any thickness you want. It's totally up to you. And then I'm using the cookie cutter. And when I use the cookie cutter, I like to twist it so that I make sure I cut all the way through. And you know, you get a little bit of a jagged edge. And you can clean that up real easy with your blade. So you pull away your extra. And, you know, don't discard any polymer clay because you don't have any waste with polymer clay. So if you want to clean up the edges, you can use your blade to clean it up. You can use your fingers, whatever you want. So then I have what's called punchinella, and we've talked about punchinella before. It's basically sequin waste. So when they make sequins, they pop them out, and here's what's left. So this one is little stars, and I thought it would be cute with my Venus. So I'm going to lay this flat down on the clay. Now, if you noticed, and I don't know if you can tell on cam here, but the stars are a little raised. So in order to get that effect, what you need to do is you need to roll over the punchinella on top of the clay. And by doing that, it helps to push the clay up through all these little holes and create like a little embossed look, which is really neat. So what I do is I leave the punchinella on there. I don't pull it up. And then I start to decorate it. I can decorate it with different color inks. I can use paint. I can use pigment powders, whatever it is that I want to enhance my design. It's that simple. You just add your colors on before you take the punchinella off. And so let me just finish this up real fast. And you can get some really, really cool looks, as you will see. So when you pull it up, just go slow. You're just releasing it from the clay. Just go slow so that you don't take any clay with you. And there you have it. Let me pick that up for you so you can see it closer. And I'll take some pictures for the blog. So if you head over to Polymer Clay TV after you watch this demo, we'll be adding some close-ups for you to see. Let me lift this up. And you see how it creates a raised look. Sorry, trying to get it flat for you so you can see. But yet, you know, super, super pretty. And super, super easy, too. So then, this picture, this is my outlining one. I would just lay my Venus, you know, a smaller version on top, and then you put it onto your tin, and you mold it around the tin. You fire it, and then you have a really pretty tin. And you can put it all together, and, you know, I'll show you the finished version when it's done. Right now, I still have some work to do, but you get the gist of how it's done. Real easy and simple, and this punchinella comes in a variety of shapes and different holes and different sizes, so you can explore around. And there's a lady that we had found that had them. What's her name?
Her name is Ghosh Alchemy, and she is on artfire.com.
Yeah. Good prices, too. Really good prices. So
yeah, she'll give you a package of like all different kinds of punchinella for a really good price. Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully she's still doing that. I haven't checked before I said that, but it's Gauche, Gauche, Alchemy.
Right.
She also has a website where she does tutorials, so I'm pretty sure she's still in business.
Yeah, she moved to Japan, but she is still in business. I've seen her. And she has a newsletter, too, that, you know, she sends out with different tutorials and stuff. But we really like the punchinella with polymer clay, and you see us using it over and over on different things because you can do so many cool things with it, you know?
Yeah. So you noticed that Elisa had transferred the images onto blue clay, which will give you a completely different look than if you transfer it onto, say, this one has it on white clay and gold clay. So we're going to be showing how to make this project next week. And we encourage you to try your transferring over multiple colors of backgrounds and just see what you like.
Definitely. I mean, it could look completely different on a different background. I mean, we showed you that with the pendant I made, the butterfly pendant, how I did it on a light gold and then I did it on a darker gold, and it looks completely different. Yeah. So definitely don't be afraid to experiment with different colors. You can mix your own colors. And, I mean, there's just so much you can do. I just wanted to give you a sneak peek of our next collage sheet that's coming down the road here. And this is the one we're going to be working with next month. So you can see the different things that we can make with that. These little hands, I don't know if you can see them here. Those look like they're waiting to be made into a pair of earrings with some hearts in the middle of
Yeah,
them.
definitely. That's what I was thinking.
You were thinking that too. All right, so we're on the same wavelength there. But so yeah, so we're going to keep coming up with lots of ideas. So we hope you'll join us and subscribe so you don't miss anything.
Yeah.
And we have a really big thing coming in the works, which I think we've told you about. So if you want to get on the list to be one of the first to get an invite to it, you can go to polymerclayadventure.com and sign up for that. Get on the list because this one's a biggie. I mean, a real biggie. So I can't tell you anymore until we have all of the stuff ready and our ducks in a row. But we'll let you know first. So make sure to sign up for that. And add us on Facebook, add us on Pinterest. We're all over the place, and we love to share. And you can come on over to the community at craftylink.com. We're always in there doing all kinds of different stuff.
So thanks for joining us on Polymer Clay TV today, and we'll see you next week.
See you later.